Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of multiple wish lists for the WooCommerce platform. And in today's video tutorial, I'll be showing you how the web store customers and the guests can create their wish list, starting from a single wish list to multiple wish lists, and how they can add the products within the created wish list and the different other options that are available to the customers for the management of the wish lists there. Apart from that, I'll also be showing you the backend configuration that is required by the web store admin before making use of this multiple wish list for WooCommerce plugin. And before we proceed further to the workflow of the customers and the guest, let me give you a small gist about this plugin itself. So basically, this module would allow the customers to store items in multiple wish lists which they may buy at a later time. The customers can add as many as products into the wish list and as they want. The guest users can also create the wish list, and the customers can share the wish list with their friends and family through Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and WhatsApp. They can also share the URL of the wish list directly and can add their wish list products into the cart to make a checkout thereafter. So now let's go to the web store front end for the WooCommerce, and let's see how the customers would be able to create their wish lists and add products to the same. So right now I'm at the WooCommerce web store front end, as you can see here, and I'm at the my account section. So I'll be logging in to my customer account first, and then I'll be showing you how the customers can make use of the wish list feature. But before that, for example, I'm here, I have not logged into my customer account. So if right now I go to the shop page, I'll be able to see the icon for adding the respective products to my wish list. So here you can see a heart icon is there. So this is the shop page where I am right now, and if I go to any of the product pages as well, so I'll find that add to wish list option at the product pages as well. So on the product pages and on the category and the shop page, the guests and the customers would be able to find the option to add any of the products as they into their wish list from there itself. So now let me log into my account. So I'll go to my account, and here I'll be logging by entering my username and password. Now let me go to the shop page. So here you can see that right now I'm at the shop page, and some of the products have already been added to my wish list. As you can see, completely colored heart is there. So this means this product has been added to the cart. This one on the left hand side, the flying ninja, is not yet added to any of the wish lists that the customer has created. And apart from that, on the right hand side, you can see my wish list, and here right now we have 4 different wish lists that the customer has created. The customer can tap on any of these wish lists to check the products that are there within that particular wish list. So I've opened the singles. Let's go to the wish list itself, and here you can see after tapping on the singles, we can now check the wish list that we have created on the my wish list. And from here you can change the name of the wish list as per your own requirement. You can also set up the description for your wish list. Apart from that, you can tap here on the product list to display all of the products that are within your wish list. So within the singles, we have the Woo single product. So that's how you can access your wish list on the right hand side and can edit or check the product list as well. Now let's add one product into any of the created wish lists. So let's go to the premium quality 2, and let me tap on the wish list button here that adds this product to the cart. And now here you see a pop-up, and from here basically you can, from the drop down, you can search for the already created wish list that you have. So for example, I'll select test, and I'll choose that up, and I'll tap here on the save item button. Now you can see that the premium quality 2 has been added to the wish list, and a notification also got displayed here on the right hand side. Now let's go to the test wish list and see whether this particular premium quality 2 product is visible there or not. So I'll just open that. So here I'm at the test wish list, and I can change the name and the description. And let me tap here on the product list to check the product that we had just added to this particular wish list. So here you can see that premium quality 2 is within this particular wish list that we have just created. That was already created, and you can also remove the products from the wish list by tapping here on the icon that you see, and you can see the notification as well. Now how the customers would be able to check their wish list? So for that they need to tap here on the my wish list in the header, and that brings up the complete list of wish lists that the customers have the customer has created basically. So you can see the test is there. We just removed the one product that was there, and the status is public right now. So you can also make it as private. Apart from that, you can basically edit any of the created wish lists by tapping here on the edit button, and delete them as well by tapping the delete wish list button. So let me tap delete, OK on the prompt. Successfully removed selected wish list on the top right. That's a notification that you are seeing, and the wish list has been removed. So you can do also the bulk actions. So for that you just need to choose your wish list, and from the bulk you can change the status to public, private. You can completely empty your wish list, or you can completely delete the wish list products that are there. So what I'll do is I'll just let this one be there, and for these two let's do one thing. Let's empty the wish list, and let me tap apply and then OK on the prompt. So notification is emptied. So now you can see that the albums and singles, the total products that are there are right now 0, and for the t-shirt it's still 2. So from here the customers can also share their wish list through the social networks like Facebook. So he just needs to tap here on the Facebook icon that you can see, and that brings up this particular section from where the customer can log into his Facebook account, and thereafter he can basically share that on his wall there within the Facebook itself. Similarly, you can choose the Twitter for sharing your wish list, and you can tweet about this particular one by logging into your Twitter account. And similarly we can choose the Pinterest and the WhatsApp as well. So at the WhatsApp end as well you can share your wish list of your WooCommerce web store. And for the Pinterest, I'll just tap that up, and that would bring up this section. And from here you just need to log into your account first, and then you can share your wish list as required on these social platforms. And on the right hand side also you're able to see your wish list. As you can see, single, albums and t-shirts. And under my wish list, that is being navigated by tapping here the wish list on the header. That brings up this section. From here also you can create a new wish list, and to add a new wish list you just need to set the wish list name, the description of the wish list, and you need to set up the visibility of that particular one, whether you want to set it as public or private. Let me choose private for this, and let's tap the save button. So you can see that the wish list has been created. And to check the wish list, let me go back to my wish list, and here you can see the test has been created, and the status for that is private, and will not be able to share that or any of the platforms there. And to edit it, you just need to tap here on the edit button that we have provided. That brings up this particular section once again. Let me tap save after editing the wish list. So that was how we can add a wish list by navigating to the my wish list section, and how we can empty them and do bulk actions by choosing the action here and changing the status to public, private, empty wish list, or delete the wish list. So now let me take you to the shop page once again, and let me show you, if you are on a product, how you can add that to your wish list. And if the relative wish list has not yet been created within which you want to add that particular product, then I'll show you how we can do that. So just tap here on the wish list item, So right now we don't have that particular wish list within which I want to add this particular jacket. So I'll tap here on the add new wish list. I'll set the name for that and I'll tap save item. So you can see the notification as well, and here you can see that it has been added to the wish list. And now let me go to my wish list section. So we can see the test 2 would be created with a total product 1, status is public, and let me tap here on the edit button and let's see what different products are there. So this is the patient ninja that I added. Now from here you can enter the rest of the details for your wish list, like the description. You can set that up, and in default the visibility is public. You can make it private as well. Apart from that, you can also see here the URL that can be shared anywhere, and that way the customer can share his complete wish list to different other users as well. And here you can see the options to share the wish list as well. So after you've created your wish list, when you again check that wish list by editing, then you will get these options, that is the share URL and the share wish list options, as you can see right now. So initially when you create it, you won't be able to see because we are only entering the wish list name, the description and the visibility, and then we tap here on the save button. Now again, when you come back to this for editing, at that time you can set up your description or change the visibility, and then you'll be able to find the share URL here, and you can tap here to copy the share URL and can then make use of it to share your wish list with other users as well. So that was it about how we can create and edit the different wish lists, how we can add the products to wish lists. Now let me tap here on the back to wish list link that we have, and that would take us back, and on the right hand side you can check all of your wish lists that you've already created, and here you have the complete list to manage. So you can create a new one, and the different options can be applied, like the change status to public, private, empty wish list or delete wish list as required by the customer itself. So that was the customer workflow, and now let's go to the admin's end, to the backend panel, and let's see how the admin would be able to initially configure this particular plugin for use at the WooCommerce web store. So here I'm at the backend panel for the WooCommerce store, and I'll be logging into my admin backend panel by entering my username, password, and tapping on the login button. And before proceeding further, I just forgot to tell you that basically the customers would also get notifications whenever any product in their wish list comes in stock or goes out of stock. So so the customers can get the in stock and out of stock emails directly into their email address for their account that they have created within the web store for the WooCommerce platform itself. So they are also notified for the product. For example, if you add an out of stock product into your wish list, so whenever that product comes back into stock, then the customer receives an email. Otherwise a product that's there within the wish list, and when it goes out of stock, at that time also the customer receives an out of stock notification for that particular wish list product. So now I've logged into my admin backend panel, as you can see right now, and on the side panel, after you've successfully installed this particular plugin, you'll have the wish list menu option, and under that we have wish list and configuration. So let me open configuration in one window and wish list within another. So on the configuration for this particular plugin, here you can see the configuration settings for the wish list itself, and it has a fair number of configuration settings. So let's get through each of them. So the very first one is to enable or disable this particular functionality within your WooCommerce web store. So you can toggle between enable and disable as required. So to make use, you'll just choose this as enable. Then you can set up the wish list tab name. So basically I'll just take you to the front end as well to demonstrate that. So I'll just log into my custom account at the web store front end first, and then I'll tally the backend configuration with the front end visual appearance of this particular wish list section. So we can also go to the my wishlist section by tapping my wishlist submenu option on the account panel here. So let me tap that up, and that would bring up the complete my wishlist section. So now let's go back to the configuration. So wishlist tab name, my wishlist. So basically this is visible to the customer on his account side panel, my wishlist. So from here you can configure that. Then you can set up the wishlist button position. Where exactly does the wishlist button position be on the products? So for example, if I go to the shop page, we have set it as after product description. So after the description here, you can see that we are having the wishlist option for the products. So you can change it to before product title, after product title, before product description, after add to cart, and after product metadata as well. So if you choose it before product title, then it would be visible at top here, and so you can choose it according to your own requirement there. Then we can choose to send customer wishlist product notification. So you can enable or disable that. So in stock and out of stock mails are sent out to the customers for the products that are there within their wish list. Then you can set up to allow the guest users to make use of the wish list, wherein they can create a wish list of their own. So thereafter we have show move to cart button. So you can enable it up as per your own requirement. You can set up the wish list icon color, which color you want. You can choose that up from here, and that would be displayed here on the section. As you can see, we have a red color for that. Then you can set up the wishlist button title. So here you can see the wishlist button title is add to wishlist. You can configure this from here, and you can choose the title color for that. Right now we have chosen it as black, so you can see that it's black right now. And then you can set up the share wish list option, where you can allow the customers to share their wish list, and you can enable or disable that particular functionality there. And then lastly, just tap on the save changes button to save the initial configuration settings that are required before making use of this particular plugin within your WooCommerce web store. Also, the admin basically can decide where to show the wishlist widgets at the web store front end. Basically the wishlist widgets are used to display the user wishlist, and the admin can also show the user wishlist at the sidebar basically, or below the header and several positions in the footer as well. As an example, here you can see that we can choose the wishlist, my wishlist, on the sidebar, below the header, footer column 2, 3 and 4 as well as required. So that was much about the configuration settings or the initial configuration settings. Now let's go to the wishlist section. I'll just tap that up. So we've gone through the configuration. Now the wishlist option under the side panel menu option, wishlist. So under the wishlist here, the admin would be able to see all of the wishlists that the customers have created, along with the customer name, the total products within their wishlist, creation date, last modified, and the status for each, like private or public. Apart from that, the admin can basically change the status to public or private, move to trash by making use of the bulk actions from here. Apart from that, the admin can also filter the data or the wish list using the registered customer names. And apart from that, here you can see that right now the total number of wish lists are 12, within which 8 are public, 4 are private, and there are no one for the trash. To add a new wish list, the admin can basically also add the wish list. He can tap here on the add new button. Apart from that, we also have this user list within the wish list section, and to add a new, we just tap here on the add new button, and here you can enter the wish list name, description, the visibility, as we've already shown you for the customers at the web store front end. For example, if we set it as HIK and HIK public, let me tap the save changes button. So the wishlist has been added. Now let me tap here on the back button to go back to my wishlist section, and here you can see the HIK by admin username has created a playlist or the sorry for the he has created the wish list. And let me tap here on the edit button, and now the admin can edit the name and the description for the wish list that he has created. And apart from that, now he'll be able to check the share URL as you can see here, and the share wish list icons for the social platforms as well. So that's how we can create and then check the share wish list and the share URL option, and this URL can then be shared to others as well. Now let's go to the section that's under the wish list, that is the user list. So for that user list, I've just opened it up in this window. So here you can see the complete list of users who have created their wish list with the total number of wish lists that they have created. Apart from that, the respective products in their wish list, the total number of products in their wish list. And under the actions column, the admin can manage the same. So you just need to tap here on the manage button, and the admin can see the complete product count for that, with the wish list name, the username, the total products. And from the drop down, he can change the status to public, private, or move those wish lists to the trash as well. So that was much about the multiple wish list for WooCommerce platform, and I hope this workflow helped you out in understanding how it works. And if you have any questions or queries or doubts still or requirements, kindly reach out to us at webcool by going to webcool.uvidis.com to create a new ticket, or you can also send a mail to us at support@webcool.com. Thanks for watching this video and have a great day ahead.